Hello everyone. Welcome to our latest session of the DMR News Podcast. I am your favorite host Jeffrey. Let's proceed with today's session. BTS arrives at the White House and embraces the Anti-Asian Hate Summit. Heartthrob K-pop band BTS arrived at the White House and enriched the summit with their gallant presence. However, they didn't come to show their moves like butter. Instead, they wanted to talk fairly with President Biden regarding the topic of anti-Asian hate. The summit took place as the rate of crimes against East Asians has risen drastically amidst the pandemic and even after it. The members of the boy band have promised Biden to help to deal with the issue. Each of the members shared their valuable opinions on the matter, and tried to establish the essence of diversity within unity. BTS member Suga said, "Maybe equality begins when we open up and embrace all of our differences. I agree with the artist since without accepting the differences, it is impossible to create unity among people who belong to different origins and races." On the other hand, V said, "We hope today is one step forward to respecting and understanding each and everyone as a valuable person. It is evident that each of the members of the band tried to educate their fans, all the music lovers, and the citizens of America about the racial discrimination that takes place in the streets." Starting from Suga, Jimin, V, Jungkook, J-Hope, everyone lamented their own experiences of discrimination while bringing up the reference to a series of massage parlor shootings that targeted Asian women only. It hit hard when the members said, "We cannot put into words the pain of becoming the subject of hatred and violence for such a reason. However, music has no barriers to discrimination," and Jungkook emphasized that by saying music is always an amazing and wonderful unifier of all things. "Being a music lover myself, I completely with Jungkook, and wish more power to this unwavering K-pop boy band." Coming to our next segment. Mariah Carey and Latto's Big Genius energy is captivating everyone. The listeners must have already found out the similarities between Latto's amazing single Big Energy and Mariah Carey's hit single Fantasy in 1995. The song Big Energy is still buzzing after 30 weeks on the Hot 100 list. The similarities are clear enough as both singles have taken inspiration and borrowed a groove from Tom Tom Club's smashing hit Genius of Love that came out in 1981. What started as a side project for Chris Frantz and Tina Weymouth, soon turned into a huge project under Tom Tom Club. The track-worthy Rapping Hood was much liked by Chris Blackwell, the founder of Island Records. He sent the artists back to the studio again, and thus, the masterpiece Genius of Love came into the industry along with ample reggae influences. The genre-defying track Genius of Love offered listeners an amalgamation of disco, rap, funk, and new wave as well. It captured the diverse musical essence of New York City back then and captivated global listeners. The authentic essence of the track got rejuvenated by Mariah Carey and Latto, which is truly unbelievable. Even after 40 years of its release, the musical essence and creativity in the single have it an evergreen creation. Proceeding to our next segment. Danny Boyle's Pistol has failed to bring up the rollicking kineticism of the UK's best punk band. Pistol, the 6-part series on Disney Plus, was solely made to show the wild rise and fall of the UK's best and wildest punk rock band, Sex Pistols. It was one of the most notorious and influential bands that set an example in the music industry. The lead guitarist of the band, Steve Jones, has helped to guide in making this miniseries with his 2016 memoir Lonely Boy. This musician has previously said, "We're not into music, but we're into chaos." I am sure all the other Pistol fanatics will definitely agree with him. A similar sentiment could be noticed reflected in the words of Sid Vicious and Johnny Rotten as well. However, was that chaos visible enough in the new series? Let's take a better look. In this version of Pistol, Steve, the working-class teen, has played with a stormy mix. The character is played by Toby Wallace from Baby Teeth. Steve has spread the existence of Sex Pistol into 1970s London. Even though the actors and co-actors played well, the miniseries were unable to churn out the real essence of the Pistols. Even though the grainy archives, Waving Queen, and police brutality were depicted well, the show itself could not set the bar high. The portrayal of 70s punk rock music is shown through filters that lack raw and unrefined flavors. This latest series perhaps portrayed a great image for the band. However, the unwavering spirit of the band seems quite lost. Pistols might put an impact on the audience, but perhaps it will never captivate the fans. But it is definitely a gift for Queen Elizabeth II's Platinum Jubilee. This is the last segment of our today's session. Let's proceed. Anita Baker showed her gratitude towards Chance the Rapper for her masters. Chicago rapper Chance, The rapper was acknowledged by R&B singer Anita Baker the last weekend. She thanked him for helping her acquire her master recordings. The singer showed her gratitude during her performance where Center joined the audience. Anita said, "You should say hello to a friend of mine, by way of the music industry, and by way of helping me," referring to Chance the Rapper. She further said, "Helping me to get a hold and ownership of my master recordings, which shows how much Center is being helpful to fellow music artists." Baker pointed at Center, and the audience offered a round of applause. The rapper stood up, responded, and thanked everyone. The rapper tweeted, "I saw one of the greatest performances of my lifetime last night," expressing his feelings regarding the event. He further mentioned Anita, and said, "Thank you so much. I am Anita Baker for being an inspiration and an icon to so many of us." I agree with the rapper as Anita Baker has truly enriched the R&B industry. It is always wholesome to witness such appreciation and positivity among the music artists from various genres. It is time to wrap up our today's podcast session. Me Jeffrey is signing off for now. See you in our next session. Till then, keep grooving with Daily Music Roll.